On this episode of the Outsiders Club, Chase and Sabrina are breaking down our best outdoor exercise activities. That's right, it's a bestie show, but you saw that coming. Stand by for hiking in caves.
Did you hear something in there? Oh yeah, those were the best.
Mountain biking in Miami.
I'm prepping to burn some serious calories today, keeping up with you.
I'm burning calories just reading this.
Ooh, let's go in here.
Paddleboarding in the mangroves.
Follow me. I know how to get us back.
I hope.
Along the way, Chase and Sabrina explore one of Florida's first state parks, and that is
Hillsborough River State Park.
Hello.
Hillsborough River State Park.
Thank you. They'll be helping the rangers set up for the park's epic annual Swamp Stomp Endurance Race.
We have to make sure the obstacle reaches a maximum amount of mud.
Ready?
Prepare to be consumed with muddy greatness. The Outsiders Club starts now.
Come on, let's go outside. We're gonna have some fun outside. It's where we are, it's who we are. It's the Outsiders Club.
Great job, Sabrina. When you and Chase are finished up here, meet me over at the teeter tubes.
Got it, thanks. Hey there, and welcome to the Outsiders Club. Today, Chase and I are in Hillsborough River State Park near Tampa, Florida. Chase, get down here, we're starting the show.
Hey, welcome to the Outsiders.
I already said that. Just tell them what we're gonna do today.
Okay, we're here helping set up for the park's annual Swamp Stomp Endurance Race. This race is over 5 miles long with 25 different obstacles. And last year, hundreds of people joined in the event.
This is our 3rd year doing the Swamp Stomp event. It's a huge event, and we need a lot of volunteers, so we're happy Sabrina and Chase are out here today.
This park is leading the way in creating opportunities to get outside and exercise.
And have fun doing it.
And just like the name sounds, sections of the course are completely covered in mud.
Along the way, we'll be counting down our top ways to burn calories while having fun outside.
Okay, we need to get the rest of these handles on top of the rock wall. Can you help set up the first activity? I've got work to do.
You just want to climb the wall.
Pretty much.
Go ahead, I've got this.
Okay.
First up, we head north as Outsiders Selah and Brandon get their hike on in Florida Caverns State Park. Okay, water, sunscreen, first aid kit, my trail maps, hiking sticks.
Okay. Got it. Okay, I'm ready.
Brandon, what's in that?
You know, just my stuff for hiking.
That's a lot of stuff for a day hike. Today we're in Florida Caverns State Park in North Florida.
That's right. And today we're gonna be sharing a few hiking tips and showing off some awesome trails.
Okay, but Brandon, I just want to be sure we're only going on a day hike, right?
That's right.
Okay, because it looks like you have enough stuff for a week in that backpack.
Hey, when you're whining for a good book to read, or a can of peaches, or duct tape.
Oh boy, he's not gonna last 10 minutes on the trail with all that weight in his backpack. Tell you what, while I help Brandon lighten his load, here's some intel on this truly epic state park. Just about an hour northwest of Tallahassee in Marianna is Florida Caverns State Park. This is a 1,300-acre park, and it was one of the original 8 state parks in Florida. This park has so many great things about it. But of course, the maze of underground caverns steals the show. Okay, I just think these caverns are so cool. Look, you literally take an underground guided tour into the caverns, and then wow, you're surrounded by all kinds of stalactites, stalagmites, soda straws. More on those later in the show. But for now, all you need to know is that you've got to see these caverns to believe them. Beyond the underground awesomeness, this park has plenty of TTDs like fishing, swimming, canoeing, horseback riding, camping, and believe it or not, it's got a 9-hole golf course.
Whoa! What's this? It looks like a cave in the middle of the trail.
Well, it looks like exactly what it is.
Oh.
Did you know this is the only park in Florida that has a trail that runs straight through a cave?
Well then, let's go. Okay, that was cool.
Yeah, it was, but did you hear something in there?
Oh yeah, those were the bats.
Bats? Nobody said anything about bats. Brandon!
Come on, Selah, you're falling behind.
I'm not falling behind, you're just going too fast. Whew.
I'm officially the king of hiking. I like it. Okay, let's keep moving.
Brandon, how could you even take that in? Anyway, one of the things I love about hiking is that when I'm out here, it's a chance to clear my head from distractions. And if you're quiet enough, you'll get to see some really cool wildlife. What is that? This one time, I saw this crazy big fox squirrel. And if you've never seen one, don't feel bad. I hadn't either. But when you see one, you'll know it. Big, bushy tail and about 3 times as big as a gray squirrel. My point is you never know what you're gonna see when you're out on the trail. My advice is to bring some binoculars and some plain animal ID cards to help you know what you're looking at. Brandon, wait up.
The ideal hiking shoe has good arch support, covers your ankle for added support, and is waterproof, just in case you need to cross the creek. And one more thing, don't come hiking in a new set of shoes. Believe me, been there, done that. Bad idea. To avoid that, make sure they're well broken in, or else it'll be blister city in the foot region. Oh, hey, Selah. Wait up. One thing you want to make sure you have with you on the trail is some good snacks. I personally like my own trail mix. It's my own concoction of mixed peanuts, cashews, and raisins. It's simple, it's good for you, and it packs a powerful protein punch to keep you hiking.
When we return,
Come on, Chase. Come on out.
I can't get out. It's too slippery. I need you to lift the end up.
You say so. Hey kids, is this thing keeping you up at night? Buzzing, beeping, and blinking all night? Turn it off already and go to sleep. You'll wake up refreshed and ready to crush the day. Remember, keep tech in check.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Come on, Chase. Come on out.
I can't get out. It's too slippery. I need you to lift the end up.
Okay, if you say so. Are you okay?
I think you enjoyed that a little too much.
Maybe.
So we definitely need some rope in there. It's way too slippery to climb.
Okay, I'll go get some rope.
Okay. While you're over there, can you get me a snack?
I'm not your mom.
Hey, check out fellow outsider Chloe and Jalen as they blaze a trail mountain biking in Outsiders River State Park.
Okay, my tires are dialed in and I'm ready.
They better be, because I don't want any excuses today.
Ha ha. Today, we're in Outsiders River State Park, getting ready to go mountain biking. If you're into anything that requires a trail, Outsiders River State Park is your new playground. Smack in the middle of urban Miami is Outsiders River State Park. It's Florida's largest urban state park, located in Biscayne Bay in North Miami Beach. Believe me, it's best known for its over 15 miles of biking trails. They've got trails for beginners, like me, to advanced, like her. This park has a really sweet stretch of beach. There's a cool pier you can fish off of. And get this, they even sell bait and tackle here in the park. You can rent kayaks, canoes, stand-up paddleboards, and even mountain bikes. Okay, I think we're set. I got us a few extra protein bars.
A few?
Hey, I'm prepping to burn some serious calories today, keeping up with you.
Okay, let's pick a trail to ride.
How about the Boneyard Trail?
Okay, good choice. Well, I'll let him get a head start. He needs it.
Oh, hey, there you are. I didn't realize you were so close behind me.
Well, someone got a pretty solid head start.
Is that an excuse I hear?
As you can tell, me and Jalen are pretty competitive when it comes to mountain biking. Let's talk about safety gear and what you need to bring while you're mountain biking. For starters, let's talk safety gear. You'll need a good helmet, very important. Next is optional, but I like to wear elbow pads and sometimes gloves. Next, let's talk clothing. No loose clothing. I like to wear tight-fitting shorts, shirts, and some comfortable shoes. And if you've got long hair, you'll want to have it up and out of the way. You don't want it flying in your face while you're riding. For water, you can use a hydration pack. Jalen and I typically pack protein bars and orange slices. This helps keep our energy level up throughout the day.
All right, let's go over body positioning while you're mountain biking. Very important. Knowing how to position your body in different riding situations is one of the most important lessons. Being in the right body position can get you through tricky situations. So there's basically two different positions, neutral and ready position. Let's check out the neutral position first. Neutral position is for non-technical or easy sections of the trail. It includes having your pedals level with an even amount of weight on them and a slight bend in your knees and elbows. Okay, here's an important one. Keep your index fingers on the brake levers 100% of the time. So that's the neutral position. But when the trail gets steeper and more challenging, then it's time to switch to the ready position.
It's also called the attack position.
That's right. It's when things get more serious. Here's how it looks. Level pedals evenly weighted. A deep bend in your knees and elbows. Your elbows should literally look like chicken wings.
Everything's about food with you.
Tell me these don't look like chicken wings.
Those don't look like chicken wings.
Your back should be flat and almost parallel to the ground. Both index fingers on the brake levers at all times. And this part is very important. Keep your eyes looking 15 to 20 feet ahead, looking where you want to go, not where you don't. The best way to learn this skill is to get outside, grab a bike, and start riding.
When we return,
Okay, guys, this is our last obstacle. We have to make sure the obstacle reaches a maximum amount of mud.
Ready? Looking for cool new ways to get fit? An annual park pass is like your gym membership and can be used for the whole family. So get your exercise on in a Florida State Park. Remember to bring plenty of water, snacks, and sunscreen for long trips. And here's an important one. Silence your phones so that you can enjoy the trail and not disturb others.
Okay, guys, this is our last obstacle. We have to make sure the obstacle reaches a maximum amount of mud.
Great, how do we achieve max mud?
What we're gonna do is add water and then stir it up with rakes and shovels to make sure it gets extra muddy.
While we set up this obstacle for max mud, whatever that means, check out fellow outsiders Chloe and Jalen paddleboarding.
Woohoo!
Can't wait. So we got the paddle boards rented all day.
Sweet. Okay, here's your paddle.
Thank you. Hey, fellow outsiders.
Today, we're in Outsiders River State Park to teach you how to go paddleboarding.
We just rented our boards, we got our map, we're all set.
Map? We don't need a map.
Yeah, so now I'm definitely bringing a map.
Outsiders River State Park is over 1,043 acres of wild oasis surrounded by urban North Miami. The park gets its name from the river that runs through it. The Outsiders River is the only natural river remaining in Miami. This park has a long list of TTDs, including camping, kayaking, wildlife viewing, swimming, cabins, fishing, and over 14 miles of trails. The great thing about paddleboarding is that almost anyone can do it. Stand-up paddleboards are designed to be thick and wide, making them pretty stable and hard to fall off of. Well, hey, if you're not falling, you're not learning. That's my motto.
I didn't know you had a motto.
I guess I do have a motto.
I love paddleboarding because it's like walking on water. You can look down with polarized glasses and see a ton of marine life. And here's an added bonus. It's an all-body workout. Your arms, legs, core will feel it the next day for sure. So for me, paddleboarding is the ultimate outdoor workout.
Let's go over a few tips to get you up and paddling. First, to get up on your board, hold the paddle across your board like this. Then, begin to apply equal pressure with your hands as you begin to position your knees between the handle on the board, as this is almost always in the center of the board. And slowly bring one leg up at a time. Get your balance, then slowly stand up. Bam! Now you've got the stand-up part lift. But there's more. Make an OK sign with your hand. Then slide the handle between your thumb and index fingers. Place your fingers over the top of the handle. Grab the paddle with your other hand. You're set to paddle. Bend your knees slightly and take long, strong strokes. Keep your back straight. When you're ready to switch hands, just do this. Okay, now she's just showing off.
Check this out. Here are 3 paddleboarding tips. Quickly determine how tall your paddle should be by raising your arm up and making sure that it reaches your palm. Next, the angle in your paddle should always face away from you. And an easy and quick way that I remember this is to make sure that the logo is always face out. One last tip. It's likely that you'll fall off your board while you're paddleboarding, but when this happens, no big deal. Just position yourself on the far side of your board, grab the opposite rail, and pull yourself up. Once you're up, put your knees in the center of your board and apply equal pressure to the board. Stand up, and off you go.
Ooh, let's go in here. Trust me, I know where I'm going. Crazy.
We better not be lost, Jalen. I thought you said you knew where we were going.
I do. I did.
Okay. So if we're right here, follow me. I know how to get us back.
Hey, don't go away. We'll be right back. I hope.
Check this out. The U.S. Coast Guard considers a paddleboard a vessel, which means you'll need some safety gear with you at all times. This includes a United States Coast Guard certified life jacket and a sound device, like a whistle or a horn. So yeah, a life jacket and a whistle, and you're good to go.
Okay, I think that looks good. Now we just have to test it.
Did he say test it?
Oh, yes, he did. Let's do this, Sabrina. This is what we were born for.
I don't know about that, but it does look like fun.
I'm gonna go for it.
Wait, we have to take a commercial break. Don't go away. We'll be right back, and then we'll go for it.
What did our outsiders get themselves into?
This is gonna take a long time.
Find out when we come back. Okay, so we've been counting down our best ways to have fun and burn calories. But now we join Chase and Sabrina as they test their last obstacle for its ability to get them filthy. I can't wait to see this.
Okay, on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You're about to make it.
Yes.
Yeah. It works. I think we maxed out on mud.
Yeah. Wanna go do it again?
Sure, but let's say goodbye first.
Okay. Hey, thanks for hanging with us today, and I hope you liked our top park activities countdown.
And be sure to check out our Instagram, Outsiders Club TV, and our YouTube channel where you can watch all of our shows. And remember, keep it outside.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.